The Beginning Guide to Microsoft Excel 2013, A Question of Balance, another Computer Mama Guide. In the first part of this lesson, we're going to balance a checkbook. In the second part, we're going to learn all the functions under AutoSum. The ribbons we're going to focus on are Home and Formula. So if you are ready, please start the program, Microsoft Excel, and double-click Blank Spreadsheet. Hello, Excel. Let's start with the labels. Click on cell A1 and type check number. Click on B1, type date. Description, check, deposit, balance. If these are labels, and they are, click on row 1 and go to Home, Bold. Format the data before you enter the data. Select columns D, E, and F. Go to Home, Number, Accounting, that's the $sign. Click on column B, go to Home, Number, Short Date. Let's put some money in the bank and then write some checks. Click on C2 and type Opening Balance. Click on F2 and type 500. Starting with cell A3, type 100. The date is 7/1/2015. The description is office supplies. Click on D3 and type $78.50. Hit Enter. A4. The check number is 101. The date is July 2nd, 2015. The description is the phone store. And in D4, the check is $180. A5, check number 102. The date is July 3rd, 2015. The description is the electric company. And in D5, the check is $160. The balance is whatever you had in the bank, minus any checks you wrote, plus any deposits. Click on cell F3 and type equals. Now click on F2 minus D3 plus E3. Enter. F4 equals F3 minus D4 plus E4. Enter. F5 equals the balance you had the day before minus the check you wrote in D5 plus any deposits you put in E5. Enter. It all adds up, but is it right? Double-click cell F5. What do you see? Each cell referencing the equation is highlighted in color. Click on F5 and copy and paste that formula down in the F column. Now please go to B6 and type a date, 7/5/2015. The description will be deposit, and the deposit will be in E6, $500. Click Enter. Double-click F6. The formula includes the check and the deposit, both parts of the equation. Go to the tab at the bottom, double-click Sheet 1 and rename it Checkbook. Click on the little plus sign to make a new sheet. Here is a new challenge. How do you compare a range of numbers? What tools are available in Microsoft Excel to analyze your employee salaries? Start with the labels. In cell A1, type last name, B1, first name, C1, department, D1, salary. If these are labels, and they are, click on row 1 and go to Home, Font, Bold. Please resize the columns to fit the data. Now select column D, that's supposed to be money, and go to Home, Number, Accounting. Let's enter 3 sample employees. His last name is Puba, his first name is Dieter. He's web design, and his salary is $45,000. Her last name is Smith, Elizabeth, training, and her salary is $50,000. His last name is Wedden, Alex, and he's in sales. His salary is $75,000. Column D is still selected. It's formatted for accounting. Let's work with the decimals. Click on cell D2 and enter a new salary, 45,000.68 cents. Go to Home, Number, and click on Decrease Decimal. What do you see? Watch the numbers in cell D2 as you click on Decrease or Increase decimals. Do the numbers round up? Increasing and decreasing the decimals doesn't change the real data that you see in the formula bar, which was 45,068 cents. Change it back to 45,000 and let's go. Click on cell D5 and we'll calculate the sum. Go to Formulas, Function Library. Go to AutoSum, Sum. What do you see? The equation in D5 is equals the sum D2 through D4. Finish it off by going to Home, Font, Borders, and click on Top Border. Very good. AutoSum has several functions. Click on C6 and type Sum, Average, Max, Min, and Count. If these are labels, and they are, select Sum through Count and go to Home, Font, Bold. What is the average? Click on cell D6 and go to Formulas, Function Library, AutoSum. Click on Average. What do you see? The equation in D6 is equal to the average of the range D2 through D5. The functions look for a range of cells, but sometimes the range is not correct. In this example, the average equation added the salaries and the sum of the salaries. This makes a circular reference. It adds itself again and again and again. You can select the correct range. Click on D2 and hold down through D4, and then click Enter. This is the average. The max function finds the greatest value in a range. Try it. Click on cell D8 and go to Formulas, Function Library, AutoSum, Max. What do you see? This is the wrong range again. You can use your cursor to highlight and select cells D2 through D4. The min function finds the smallest value in a range. Click on cell D9 and go to Formulas, Function Library, AutoSum. Click on Min. What do you see? This is the wrong range. Please select D2 through D4 and click Enter. The count function counts the numbers in a range. Click on D9 and go to Formulas, Function Library, AutoSum. Click on Count. What do you see? Excel selected the wrong range again. Please select D2 through D9 and click Enter. Now what do you see? $3? We can fix that. Click on D9 and go to Home, Number, General. Now it's just 3. No dollars, no cents. The count function counts numbers. Count A counts the number of cells. Count A can count any type of information such as names, values, even cells with error messages in them. Click on cell D10. Go to Formulas, Function Library, More Functions, Statistical, and click on Count A. The function arguments will open. You need to select the range. Select D2 through D4. Then click OK. The answer is formatted as currency. Go ahead and go to Home, Number, General Number. Say we wanted to find out which salaries were greater and which were less than the average. This is a logical function. A logical function asks a question and then determines if your data matches. The answers are usually true or false, yes or no. The function wizard will ask you for a logical test. This is the question. Is this salary greater than or less than the average? Click on cell D2, the first salary. Type less than. Then click on cell D6. That's the average. That was the test. Here's the logic. If the value is true, type on row 2 below. If the value is false, type on row 3 above and click OK. Go ahead and repeat the steps for the other salaries. Microsoft Excel has an extensive library of functions. The little books are just a small subset of what's in there. Click on Insert Function, the FX. What do you see? These are the ones we've most recently used. But why don't you go and look at all? This list goes on and on. I think there's over 3,000 of them. Very good. That's more than I know how to use. Ollie ollie and free. You done good. This is another Computer Mama Guide, and thank you for coming.